Oh, good evening. When did you come in? I see. Surprised I didn't notice. You needn't stay up late, love. It should be almost time for you and the daytime servants to turn in for the night. What? Gods above, how long have I been at this? Damn it. This bloody paperwork is gonna be the death of me. As always. The usual royal and court nonsense. Half of these documents are supposed to be signed off already by the council, but after a recent mistake by one of the court scribes and causing quite the troublesome effect, I found it necessary to involve myself personally, rectify everything that isn't accurate. Normally they would, but I know the council. They have a tendency to take their time, so to speak. Whether it be on making a new decree, or deciding whether or not a mistake on paper should be fixed, and if that action will make them look bad. In either case, the council's head will be too far up their arse to even think about fixing their own mistakes. You're right. I guess I am growing a bit irritable. Forgive me. Don't worry. I'll turn in soon. Let me just finish up this last pile. Oh? How curious. Oh, it's nothing. In fact, it's probably the only piece of paper here that is worth my attention. Oh, yes. Come and sit. Allow me to tell you. Actually, here. You can take a read as well. Indeed. You remembered a friend of mine, a fellow nobleman by the name of Prince Elias. He was to be wedded some time ago, but there was some unexpected delays. I am curious as to why they postponed the ceremony, but I suppose they were taking their time to ensure everything will be perfect. What do you mean by that? Of course I have friends who are nobles as well. Not all of them are pompous, scheming, or stuck up. Yes, Elias is... well, he's quite different, if I'm to be honest. Yes, more so than you think. He's always been quite the more free-spirited between the two of us. Elias was never the type to take things seriously, always preferring to indulge himself in life's pleasures, whether it be food, wine, women from the bathhouses. He'll surely find a way to skirt his responsibilities in favor of merriment. I'm aware that my description is making him sound quite vulgar, but all that was during our younger years. Over time he's matured, and he's come to grow into quite the respectable person. I do wonder though. Maybe his betrothed had played a part in him wisening up to his actions. Perhaps she also played a part in delaying the wedding, so that everything was perfect. Oh, never mind my ramblings, love. Regardless, as I stated before, my dear friend is to be wedded, and it looks to be officially coming up soon. Was I planning on going? When I first received the announcement a few months ago, I was already intending on it. Despite the delays and boring royal and political interest aside, Elias is truly a good friend of mine. so I wouldn't want to miss such a big day for him. Oh, when will we go? Should I? Should I? I shouldn't. In the past, thinking about it now, it was far too early for her to do such a thing, and I was being too hasty. Not to mention she's still adjusting to castle life, and, well, her new life in general. No, she may not be ready for this. I'd rather not put that kind of pressure on her, even if Annette has been giving her lessons on how to be more ladylike. Huh? Sorry, love. My thoughts were somewhere else. What were we talking about again? I see. Well, respectfully, love, I may find it better if you didn't come with me to the wedding. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love and appreciate your willingness, but I still believe you shouldn't go. Well, I have my reasons, love. Look, can we not talk about this for now? It's late, and our arguing can wake those trying to sleep. Well, when two people are not seeing eye to eye and their voices begin to rise, that is certainly within the lines of arguing. I am not mocking you. I'm just... No. I'm sorry. I should have let you speak your mind first about joining me. No, please. You go first. I promise. I'll listen and stay quiet. Well, your reasons are sensible. I'll give you that. Yes, logical as well. Still, love, it is far easier said than done. Surely you know that. You can't just go to this wedding and think it'll be like any other royal ceremony. It's a different league. Quite literally. Yes, I'm aware that you experienced the gala, but that's completely different. And it's not like you were there by yourself. I ran into you, and we practically spent our whole night talking and staying away from the main festivities. Really, you never actually experienced a proper event organized by royalty. That's true, you are having lessons with Annette on how to behave like a proper lady of the court. But it's still far too early for you, especially with only a few months of training. I still don't like it. Love, this isn't like a storybook. I don't want you to rush into this unprepared. The lords and ladies aren't exactly the most respectful group of people. I'm sure you're well informed on the matter. Your actions will have consequences. Consequences and effects that will be remembered by many in the court. No, I can hardly care about what happens to me if I were to act uncouth in front of my fellow nobles. It's you I care for. Well, unlike me, you should care. Word about the two of us, a noble prince and a lady from a common background, it has spread to the neighboring lands, and some of the things they have said about you have been unkind, to say the least. Look, in the end, I just don't want to expose you to that environment just yet. What? Excuse me? What do you mean? I am not imprisoning you like your family. I just like her family. I am doing that to her, aren't I? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was... Yeah. Are you really that confident in yourself? In this? If I know her, she certainly won't change her mind. She seems more set on this than even myself. Okay, how about this? I'm set to depart for the wedding in a few weeks' time, and during that time, I'll allow you to prove to me that you're capable. If, and only if your lessons with Annette are to the point where even she will vouch for you, then I suppose I have nothing to worry about. Well, you can consider this your first lesson. Nay, your first challenge from me in nobility, my love. It's best for you to realize now that there will always be plenty of lessons and challenges that you will be required to learn or overcome. Besides, I trust Annette. If she believes you're ready, then I'll allow you to accompany me to the wedding. And as an added bonus for when you accomplish this, you'll have the honor of proving my judgment wrong. How does that sound? Very well then. I suppose I should turn in for the night. I'll finish up these documents tomorrow morning. You should head back to your quarters as well. You've worked hard today, I'm sure. Though, if you'd like, I wouldn't mind if you stayed a little longer. Certainly. Enough about talks about royalty and weddings then. Let's just sit and whisper amongst one another.